And we're back to another episode of City Skylines 2 Palm Bay series. Last where we left off, there was some city building going on, but in this one, I did some behind the scenes work, and this is where Palm Bay stands as it is. So I built my grid up to this road here. What is that? Bluebell Street. I think we'll change that to let's make that Division Road. And it goes on for about 2 miles, which is okay. That's fine. As we can see, the city has about 2,200 citizens, and that's in all of our major or little points. So Jellum City, Bodega, Perkins Point, Jellum Village, Salmon Creek, and Jenner off in the distance. What I also did was you see these ambulances, waiting for ambulances. Let's just delete some of those. That's messing up with our totals. And eventually I'll put a tram network into the city. But firstly, what I wanted to do today was kind of fill in where we're missing residences. So I think we could probably do with an alleyway somewhere in this vicinity here. So we'll look for an alley of appropriate length. And you know what? It's probably going to be better off coming off of here and going up. So let's have that come down this way. So we can have kind of more houses filling in here. So these cities, or these citizens, can have more access to housing. I don't know what's going on with this block, but we should see that kind of fill in now. Let's see. Let's add, where's my, there it is. Try to see what fills in. So we got some houses going in here. That's nice. We got our elementary school and our high school going in here. Yeah, look at that, bumping up past 2250. That's great. Now we also have a need for let's put some more housing along here. More single family homes up in this corner of the city here. And of course Division Road will probably be realigned at some point, because I wanted it to, in real life there's a road here, as you can see on the overlay. I tried to do it as close to original as possible, but creative licensing, once again, there's some constraints within the game which doesn't allow me to do all that. But in the future there will be housing. We'll probably redevelop this area at some point and probably have Markham kind of fill in over here, which reminds me, I want to make a new district. So this will be, let's see, we'll get that right into here. And let's create a new district. Start it off along here. Come up this way. And have it come along the back of these houses here. Along this road here. and have it come straight up this road. And now we'll rename it Jellum Heights. And let's make that heavy traffic ban, recycling, speed bumps. Not quite a gated community yet. That'll be for later. And let's have some urban. Okay. Oh, excuse me. So now we got that going on. And Millway. This will be North City. Let's call it North Annex. So far, we only have a school here. So what is this? A high school? A community college. So this is a community college here. And we can probably get an extension wing in there and clearance too low. Huh? Okay. Let's try that. Nope. Clearance too low. What are you talking about? Clearance? What clearance? Okay. Well, we're going to deal with that at another time. We'll probably move that anyways because it's kind of a temporary fix. Okay, so North Annex here. Actually, can we extend that? Let's extend this a little more. Okay, let's do this. No. So let's have another expansion, future expansion here. And have it come along there. Aspen Meadows. Okay, that'll do for now. We kind of want this to be a marina, so what we're going to do is, oh yeah, I also let's make this a little smaller to fit in with the new plans. Let's call this neighborhood here. Let's plot this neighborhood out here and have it come to here. And then along there, that will be triangle south. Why is it a triangle south? Because of this. There's a triangle right here. Actually, I wasn't too satisfied with that, so we'll do this. We'll make this part of the same neighborhood and call that the Iron Triangle. Let's rename this Iron Triangle. And that'll sit just north of Jellum Village, which is here. And then we'll probably let's have something come along here. And this will be, let's see what we'll do with this here. So we'll have that come across here. Boom, boom, boom. And we're going to want to have it along Main Street, because all this will be waterfront development right down here. So we'll call this area here and let's get that going over to here. Okay, now this district will be called Marina. And then Primrose Glen, let's rename that. What do I want to call that? Let's call that Bay. Bay what? So it's a little valley. I mean, it's a little mini valley here. So, let's call it Bay Side. So now we got all these are all, now that's showing you where the future city will grow. So if we just do this, that will show you, the viewer, where the city plans to grow. So we got some bald spots here in the middle of the city, and I kind of want to use that for commercial development, because I want commercial development in this spot here and here, and maybe here, and then we'll have medium density housing here and some office over here. But that is for the future. And then down here we'll probably have some commercial developments and some mixed residential housing, as well as in Bayside and Iron Triangle. So this will be kind of like a bunch of walkable city communities over here. Oh yeah, and I wanted to put because eventually this will be Redwood or Redfield. So we're going to do this. Because Redfield city limits will probably be here up to... No. Okay, so we'll go here up to the coast and out in the coast a little bit. And it'll be the dividing line between it'll be the dividing line between, this will be the university, well, this will be the university over here. So let's build the university, let's plan the university property out. And this will be Pumpkin Hill. And I guess we'll call this area here. So this line here will go become this will be Markham along the main road here. And this will be kind of a catch-all development here, so we'll kind of just create this neighborhood as part of a future development. So then this will be the main area, which will eventually be built, and then in the future this will be it'll start popping more easterly here and southerly here, and then this will be a community park in here, so kind of stretching roughly here. I do want to have some special green space here, and then there'll be a highway, a freeway. The start of the freeway will be here, and it'll kind of come up this ridge in the future, long in the future, and then kind of come up this ridge, come up here, and then tie back into the main highway here. and kind of follow, probably more that way. Kind of go around Bodega and Valley Ford, and then eventually off into Petaluma. So that'll be the Petaluma Freeway. And maybe there'll be a freeway actually coming through here at some point. Come around and end at the Perkins Point. But for now, we're kind of satisfied with this as it is. I kind of had to do a lot of clear cutting and terraforming here because eventually the city wanted, this part of the city wanted to be more built up. As we go on southerly here, this will become more or less suburbanized and more unique, natural to city development. And we're almost to 3,000 citizens, 3,000 population. So next, what we want to do is we want to kind of build up the marina. I kind of wanted to build up the marina in this episode, but I'm going to put that on the side for now because we got a lot of housing going on here. Let's clean this up a little bit more. See, that's not good. I don't like that. So we're going to, let's just clean this up just a little bit. Let's clean that up a little bit, shall we? There we go. And then we'll just smooth it out. Smooth it out. And look at that. Okay. So, we kind of want to clean this up. And we got some train traffic going on here. What the? Like I said, I want to have this. This would be the future freeway. It's going to pop underneath the railroad track here. And, okay, so this is all temporary. This is not how I wanted it in my world. But that's because of this warehouse. The warehouse is taking up a lot more space than I desired. And our offices are creeping up. So let's add a few more offices, shall we? And let's go with southwestern. Let's put them here and here and here. I kind of want to reserve this corridor for commercial development, but we can probably have an office there, but that's too big. So let's turn that into, let's add our commercial in here. So commercial, let's go with the southwest. Let's keep with the southwest theme going on here. And around the train station, there'll be these here. And I'm probably going to have to add in built-in house. I'm going to have to add in housing here because it's because of the way I have not been able to figure out how to break these blocks up. I want everything oriented on Northgate Street here. Why Northgate Street does that, I don't know. So let's change this to Main Street. It's about a mile in length. That's not too bad. So that kind of goes up here, and then this will be let's leave that for now. I don't want to change that. But now we gotta change Hamilton Street to Palm Bay Boulevard. And that goes on for a lot less than 20 miles, but or 10 miles, but we'll just, oh, I did not change that. Fat fingers. Okay. So now we have an idea of where the city will eventually grow. So it'll kind of grow in this area between Redfield. This will be Pumpkin Hill. And this will be University, although the University may change at some point. University. I do want to have at least a couple of universities in this area here, but once we get to that point, we'll figure that out. And Perkins will kind of stay in this general area for the time being, and eventually it will kind of grow up. It'll kind of acquire this. Although, let's add a few more vegetation in there. Pine is good. Pine is good. It won't let me do it. Okay, how's this going? There may be plans to remove this line as not necessary. So then that will mean one less train. We could probably get rid of this turnback loop here. I kind of want to get rid of that turnback loop because this is way too big. This is way too big for what my plans, my purposes were, but we'll leave that for now. But this is general plans for the idea for the city and future growth. Aspen Meadows. Let's make that Bordero. Bordero, I guess. Kind of going with the Spanish themes, and then this will be Markham. And let's call that Railroad Gulch for now. I kind of like that idea of calling that. And then this will be South Palm Bay. In the next few episodes, I'm going to kind of grow through here. Probably build up Redfield in the next episode, and then Pumpkin Hill. No, Markham will be next. So Redfield, Markham, fill in Bordero and North Annex, and here. Iron Triangle will be probably next after that, and then Bayside will kind of grow up, and Marina. Railroad Gulch, not quite ready there yet, but then Salmon Creek is going to have to grow at some point, because we have all this land right here. Look at that. All that land right in here. We could probably have a few housing here. Bodega still has property we could probably build in there. This will be, I want to turn this into like a community at some point, but we're not worried about that right now. Valley Forward, kind of build that up. And Jenner's probably going to stay the same for a while. Ooh, what we got going on here? That's making a lot of money. That's well, it's costing a lot of money though. Bank balance, so that's probably going to go bankrupt at some point in the future. And how's this doing? Not so well. So that means this line will probably come out. So the two lumber company lines will probably end up bankrupting at some point. That's kind of discouraging. But our marina is doing. Let's see how our marina is doing. No, I wanted the main building. Oof. That's about to go under. Uh-oh. So that means we'll probably have to build a cargo terminal in this area at some point to have more gross products coming in. And then I don't know why this is like a labor, like a high school labor. I don't get what's going on there. But other than that, what's going on here? Garbage and backed up sewer. Oh. Has a dead end where? Okay. Let's change that because that's annoying me. That was really annoying me, but we'll leave that for now as is. But yeah, that's all the plans we have for this episode. Let me know what you like. You know, if you like this episode, please like and subscribe. Spread it among your friends. Let anybody know who's playing City Skylines. This is another one of those American city builders out here, and we're doing well. Oh. Traffic accident? How did you end up there? How did you end up there? What the heck? Okay, we're gonna just delete that. That never happened. I don't know how you... Well, then again, it is because this road is on the high side, so we're probably gonna have to draw this at some point, because that is way too high. That is way too high. It's probably because I built that when we had the massive flood an episode or two ago, and there's still evidence of the flood here and here, so we're gonna have to redraw this because this was terrible. Anyways, thank you for enjoying this video. If you liked it, please like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you think, and give me suggestions or tips or ideas if you have to wrap this video. Thank you for watching. This has been another episode of the Palm Bay series in City Skylines 2. Steven Gillum, signing out.